Bomber TV.
Hi guys, Bomber here. Welcome back to the channel. And before we start, a huge thank you to all of my Patreons. If you want to join them and start supporting me, the link to my Patreon is in the description and the comment pinned down below. And with that said, let's jump into the video. So yeah guys, today we are here with the Lulu Lab of Legends, so let's start. And you know, the first thing that you want to, when you go for a Lab of Legends, is if you don't see a passive power which is good to start with, it's probably better to just restart. Like, it just takes 5 seconds to retire a run and reroll for a better passive power to start with. And you know, instead, like, a full run could take between 30 minutes to 1 hour. So, like, you know, it's definitely worth it to expand 5 more seconds to have a better experience overall and probably get to the last boss and possibly win. So, like, here we have a pretty great starting options. Like, can stop, one stop, allied buffs except barrier are permanent. And you know, like, with our support, Lulu, etc., like our support synergy, this is probably gonna be very, very great. Also, Lil Buddies is, like, deceptively good, because always having a blocker or, you know, that constant cheap damage, it's get pretty crazy, like, especially in early stages. You're basically gaining 1 more mana every turn, if you think about it. And of course, it's especially, like, valuable in the early stages. But again, since we see the support team and etc., it will be completely, like, not optimal to not choose this passive power. So let's go for can't stop, won't stop, and let's start. Okay, so since like, you don't restore health between fights, it's very important to keep an eye on your amount of health, life total, and so you want to have a pretty strong aggressive curve, or, you know, at least have something to play on the first turns. So, like, here we see that our only 1 drop is Pix currently. We probably want to like, change that when we choose reinforcements. And here we may consider just blocking. For example, like, you know, Pix becomes a permanent +2/+1. So you see how strong this is. Young Witch gives permanent quick attack. So, like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Unfortunately, like, since everything's support, you have to choose what support will not be used. So, for example, if you have a unit which doesn't support, for example, Fey Guide on turn 4 later on, like, we could make that work. So, like, here it is probably best to give Lulu quick attack, and we make this grow into a 4/4. I don't know what happens because this doesn't give +4/+3. This makes it grow to be a... Oh, okay, so it is indeed a +4/+3. Okay, so I thought it worked in a different way. By the way, yeah, the game is basically over. It is just a matter of not taking damage at this point and reducing its health to 0. And yeah, let's go for... It could overwhelm us with, you know, going wide, but, like, we can't play more than 1 unit, so it's better to go for Fey Guide here. And yeah, let's give Elusive to probably Pix, because the Pix could deal more damage than Lulu currently. So it's unlucky that we kind of have to block the 3/3. Belfi's there is pretty unnecessary. I mean, it is one more attack that is dealing to us. So, like, yeah, the most troublesome thing in the Lab of Legends is just keeping your health amount in a healthy direction. Next turn we can go for Yusar. We also have an elusive team going on. We basically can kill him next turn. So yeah, let's do that. These, and that's lethal. Have you ever noticed like this Lulu bug? Like Lulu is so unseen into the meta that no one is complaining about this bug. But I heard it sometimes that one Lulu voice line gets pretty, like, you know, not loud, pretty soft, I may say. And yeah, yet no one noticed because Lulu is unplayable. Okay, so we could go for a Zoe elusive style of thing. Soraka, I don't see the connection here. Anivia, Starlit Seer, Avalanche. Like, I don't know, since we have also the buff, etc. going on, like, it could be very interesting to have an elusive body to stack all the buffs onto, and you basically pretty much also we see Spacey Sketcher, the one drop that we needed. So yeah, I think Zoe is probably the best pick there. They don't run all that much removal, so like, yeah, Zoe is probably the premium support champion, because again, like, they won't have ways to remove that. I mean, they run some sort of like Mystic Shot, etc. But with the buffs and especially like the items that we're probably gonna stack onto Zoe, it's very easy to keep her alive, level her up, and from that point onwards, it becomes pretty crazy. And also, like, you know, Zoe is a one drop, and we probably want to stack items on Zoe, because as I said in almost all my videos about Lab of Legends, if you give an item which gives +2/+2 to a 10/10, you're only increasing its attack and health by 20%. If you give +2/+2 on a 1/1, you are tripling, so it's a 300% increase on its stats. So yeah. Here we can block the miss rate, but we can go for double picks, and actually, like you see, since now we grant +2/+1, like, this is pretty scary for him. We already put him in a kind of bad spot. Let's go for Lulu as well. Lulu is leveling up. Okay, Doom Beast, useless Doom Beast. Here we probably want to, yeah, we want to do this. No, this. One picks dies, but you know, we grow a pretty big Zoe. And actually, probably Lulu doesn't die. I mean, the 0-2 doesn't die because he has to block. But yeah, it seems to be that Lulu, all the voice lines from Lulu are broken. So yeah, he didn't block 0-2. You see here, like, we are very aggressive, and also it's a key aspect of the Lab of Legends. You want to be very aggressive. Both because, you know, you will spend less time doing the Lab of Legends, because sometimes it can take quite a long time, and also because you have to be consistent. You have to win 9 times with no chance of, you know, losing. You can't retry. And so, like, if you have a high curve, it is very likely that you will draw badly, at least in one game, you know? And so, like, aggro is very consistent, you always have a pretty nice curve early on, and that's what you want to aim for. It decreases the variability of your deck, you know? And since you have to be so consistent because you have to win 9 times in a row, aggro is simply the only way to go, actually. So, like, yeah, you see here, turn 5, complete overkill. Like, even if it was at 20 health, you would have killed it. Okay, so yeah, we see Zoe. Unfortunately, only +1/+1 barrier. I still think, like, yeah, we may go for just Zoe. It's you know, more mana efficient. It could be interesting to have more Lulus, but yeah, I think Zoe is simply better. Targon's Peak. Ooh, Navori Blaze Scout. This is permanent elusive. That's crazy. Like 1 mana to 1 elusive. Very, very aggressive. Yeah, I think we were going for Navari Blade Scout. This seems like an elusive deck with fall of buffs. Like, you know, you are very, very aggressive. And now we have plenty of turn 1 plays. Yeah, of course we want to stick with Zoe. Do you want to still keep the picks? Probably not. Like, let's search for Lulu, since we already have Zoe. Let's search for the Navori Blade Scout, very strong 1-drop as well. And yeah, instead we got bad stuff. Chariot. We could stun it, that's basically a removal, but you know, since it is the boss, like we don't even care about taking damage, because we know that after this we are healing it back, so like, yeah, we can just take it. Here we could go for Star Chart, like the 3-drop isn't all that great, so I prefer going for the Star Chart. Let's try to level up Zoe. Even though it won't probably happen.
Please, I have connections.
It's beyond. So like, you know, with Zoe, on turn 1, you already put him on a turn 5 turn timer. If he's a 20, 10 turn timer. If it's a 30, 15, but you know, it's only Zoe. Of course, every other elusive that you play, it's gonna increase decrease the time of the clock that your opponent is onto. Okay, so this is pretty bad because now Zoe is at risk, but we can twin disciplines here. Let's go for Spacey Sketcher. Let's get rid of the super cool stars that we would invoke anyways. Let's go for the Charger because we can almost kill him next turn. We may even just consider letting this happen, but then what are we doing anyways? Like it's better. It's probably better to just save the Zoe because next turn we have lethal anyways with the Charger as well. And you know, if we don't if we are not able to kill him next turn, we still have the long-term plan of leveling up Zoe. And yeah, this should be the game. Could have Val Feast. So like, let's play around it. If we also go for Yusari, I don't think he has... Ooh, and also like, now I only realize that Twin Disciplines as well, it's permanent. So yeah, pretty great. Even if he has Val Feast. Ooh, the box. Okay, so he's safe. Zoe is at 6 out of 10. Okay, Trash, we can simply just stun it. Then we go for the Fake Guide. Or maybe Spacey Sketcher. Try to search for the elusive. But no, it's probably better because he has Vile Feast. So yeah, let's go for the Spacey Sketcher. Serpent. Yeah, the Serpent. Yeah, he's completely winning. Also, like, Zoe is 9 out of 10, so let's level her up as well, since we are at it. Just for, you know, the overkill, the BM. I mean, he could have had, like, Ruination. Ooh, Dark Hinder. Pretty useless if you don't have already... Could we give, like, we get the Charger, we give everything Overwhelm, but, like, it's not needed at all. Well played. Okay, so second passive power. Dragon's Rage, when you summon a unit granted Fury, it's a dragon. Probably one of the worst one. Enfeebling Strike, when you damage an enemy, reduce its power by the damage dealt. This is only kinda good with quick attack. But like most of the times when you are like attacking onto something, like it is already a trade. This only works, for example, okay, with quick attack, if it is, for example, a 3-3, a 3-4, which blocks a 3-1 of yours, which has quick attack, then that works because you are basically you would value trade there, but it actually doesn't because the attack goes to 0, and you don't trade it, but at least you keep your 3-1 quick attack, and they have a 0-1 on board, which is basically useless. So like yeah, I could see the value there when you have a lot of quick attack synergy. Like we don't really have that except for Young Witch. Instead, mana flow, you know, we could really just be very aggressive early on. You have double the amount of mana on the first turn. You have 33%, like no, 50% more mana on turn 2. Like, you know, you have to consider it that way. Then we see Notify, Spell Thief, and Mushroom Cloud. Not the best here. We could go for Notify for the occasional, like, you know, saving Zoe, stuff like that. But you know what, like, since, if I remember correctly, most of the times they have only 20 cards in their deck, so Mushroom Clouds gets very deadly very quickly, because like they have half the amount of cards in the deck, and so like by turn 10, even more, because like they draw 4 at the start, so they started with 16. So like, you know, if you shuffle 5 Puff Cups, on average they are taking 0.5, you know, a bit less than that, 0.33 damage per turn. On turn 1, if you cast this on turn 1. So like if the game on average is like 6 turns, like this is already at 1 mana deal 2. So for an aggressive strategy, Mushroom Cloud, like we are an aggressive strategy, Mushroom Cloud is actually not that bad. This is definitely one of the most memey cards, but it actually makes a bit of sense, especially like with the Foundry, stuff like that. Like Mushroom Cloud is even stronger. Do you want to commit to the Mushroom Cloud? Probably Notify is better. Yeah, like Notify is better. That's I'm thinking about Spell Thief. We could steal something. It works with Zoe. We can level her up quickly. I don't really know here, guys. Let's go for Notify. It is the safest choice. Okay, we see Navori Blade Scout. We have we started with 2 mana, so okay, let's search for another 1-drop so we can really capitalize on our passive powers. Don't see that yet. Yeah, we float 1 mana. It's not a big deal though. No, this is vulnerable, right? So yeah, not that great. We have ways to deny that with Twin Disciplines, for example. Do you want to commit to that? Like, he could challenge there. Probably won't. Like, but do we really care about having a very big Navori Blade Scout? We can go for Lulu. I think here we just wait because there is no way he's not attacking. And then we go for Lulu. We don't have anything to support yet. Yeah, we could go for Fey Guide. We give Lulu Elusive. We also see Zoe. Like, this is probably the most threatening fight, because, like, you know, for our kind of playstyle. Wow, actually, Calling Strike. Then we could reset the board. Yeah, let's reset the board. Because you could have some Frostbites, you know. Let's just play it safe. Now, thinking back, like, Notify is not so great. Prime Fang Wolf. We could go for a Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Yeah, let's preemptively go for Sleepy Trouble Bubble, then we go for the Zoe, and then we kill it, so we at least gain one more card played on Zoe. I would have liked to, you know, go for Zoe first. Can block here. Like this is the first fight, so it's very important after the boss, I mean. So it's very important to not take any unnecessary damage. Yeah, let's go for Paddle Star. Didn't get any like Avaros and Trapper, stuff like that, which is obviously very good for us. Let's go for Yusari. Another Culling Strike, wow. Like if we had one more mana, we could have notified also the last turn. Or we could have Twin Disciplines, which was even stronger because you can push for more damage. Double Twin Disciplines. Bull Elnuk. Here we probably want to go for 5-2. He will probably challenge here, but even if he goes for there, we can steal Twin Disciplines. Spacey Sketcher. Like at this point you could just discard the Notify. I don't think he will have more like spells, but let's still wait on that. Take Art. Wow. Then we have to go for these. Okay, yeah, the Yusari puts him on a 3-turn clock. This will unfortunately die. I'm thinking we could go for we could search for that's useless. So yeah, let's search for spell shield, stuff like that. Yeah, the Moonglow. That works. I mean, yeah, now we are down on resources. Zoe, let's go, giving us more value. Wow, pretty unlucky from him. Like he could still trade here. He will probably do. Ooh, yeah, that was a misplay. That was a misplay. I should have waited on the Zoe. Okay, so now we are in a pretty bad spot. Like not really. Like we are still winning. It's just a matter of taking less damage. Okay, picks. These means that we have to just attack one more time with Yusari. And yeah, next turn we are taking a bit of damage. If we played, like, even if we didn't play Zoe, like we would probably have took some damage. Well, that's actually the only thing that that makes us, you know, because it is not a spell. So yeah, now the Ramfang Wolf trades there. Let's still play Zoe. Because, no, guys, I misplayed it another time. I mean, not really, because, yeah, he had to exactly challenge it with Ramfang Wolf to kill it. But yeah, like, come on. Now, Twin Disciplines is a good game. And avoid Blade Scout should be good game. Okay. So let's see if he has one more Calling Strike or Frostbite. And no, that's good game. Nice. So you see, we took a bit more damage than I would feel comfortable taking for just the first fight after the boss. So like so far this is my worst run in terms of like how I feel about this run. But yeah, like, you know, as I said in all my other videos, this is my 4th run and I won the first 3. So like it is a pretty good start. Weapon Hilt could be interesting. Very cheap. This is a grant, you have to remember. And also when cast, summon a random 1-cost Sporo. Like and because like the others are not so great in the first place. You know, also the Reforge. the thing that you the blade fragments are also basically granting. So like yeah, weapon yield is definitely fits well with our aggressive strategy. Pickaxe on picks would be pretty interesting. Also like Spacey Sketcher. But yeah, like I probably like picks because you know you have the granting. These are 1 mana 2/2 suddenly, so like very aggressive. Let's go for that. We are the aggroest deck so far, or at least the ones that I built on Lab of Legends. And also like you know it's pretty important to like choose what you want to do, and then you have to stick to that plan. So like here again, like we would like to start with double 1-drop, so like completely overwhelming. And you see here, like this is a very incredible start. Like you are dealing 6 damage on turn 1, and this is a grant. So like you know it's even exponential. That's crazy. You could almost kill him next turn. Elixir of Iron. But yeah, next turn it is lethal. What is the best way to go? We could stun these. Maybe we just go for these. This is 8. This is 4, 6, 10. Let's see what the weapon yield gives us. It is the 1 mana +2/+0. This is lethal. This is quick attack. Quick attack. We can also do this. So yeah, even if he can't block Lulu, he has to sacrifice this. He can't, right? And also like, let's go for a quick attack just because why not? If he has for something, whatever. Like maybe another Elixir of Iron. Yeah, you had to do that. And that's still... No, not lethal yet, but very close. Okay, so now those 2 dies, unfortunately. But yeah, we have an A2 elusive. I mean, no, we don't need to play that. And yeah, here we could go for this. And let's just sacrifice the picks because we don't want to take damage. Again, we want to be healthy for the boss. Let's go, another easy fight. You see, like guys, really go for aggressive strategies. Like they are the fastest, most consistent ways to win at Lab of Legends. Probably not the funniest, because you know, people like to go for crazy stuff, etc. But yeah, definitely the best ones. Encroaching Shadows would be interesting, but I don't think we want to go for that theme. Gifts from Beyond, we could choose the weapons which, you know, grant Overwhelm and Life Steal. Life Steal is very important sometimes. So like yeah, Gifts from Beyond, a lot of flexibility. And also, you know, we cast it, we draw 1, so yeah, this seems... Also Whimsy is not so great, so yeah, Gifts from Beyond definitely a pretty great pick. Twin Shadows, when I'm summon someone, I have a mirror copy of me. Wow. So that we can generate double value. We could push for more, you know, cheap damage early on. Paddle Star, like Trouble Bubble, Weapon Healed. also a way to heal. But no, like, yeah, you want to capitalize on, like, if you get a champion from the reinforcements, you know, you want to stack items on the same card, you know, so that you get one more copy of a card which is already pretty good, and you also buff all of the copies again. This is probably not the best, you know, item to have, but just getting one more copy of the champion that you want to have, it's pretty great on its own. Also, like, you know, it's not even all that bad. Like, you generate double super cool star chart, so even more value. Okay, so again, you want to start with double one drop since because for whatever we said before, for all the things that we said before. And yeah, unfortunately, no luck this time. I wonder why they put the scaled snapper on your opening. You probably don't want to play Zoe now, for obvious reasons. Yeah, let's go for a very aggressive playstyle. Let's go for a 5-2. We could grant it elusive. That will be pretty interesting. So like, now the question is, do we want to go for Zoe or do we want to go for Fake Guide? Probably Fake Guide.
Let them see me, not you.
Flash Freeze. Okay, he buys a bit of time, but he's pretty much behind. Let's actually attack with the 3-3. If he trades, we are happy.
Embers and smoke.
You know, the 3-3 doesn't really... is not really all that useful. Instead, like, we want to keep our elusive healthy. Yeah, Witch as well. Wolf Rider. Fortunately, we can't block that. So yeah, we are taking the 5 damage. Ooh, I should have not played Zoe, because this is Ephemeral. I mean, then now we could go for these. At least we are removing it. We also get the Bleeding Blade Fragment. Ah, another Ring Pour. Yeah, I always forget that this also has the Pores next. Then yeah, let's go for one Young Witch, and then next turn could be already lethal. Should we go for picks as well? Probably not. Like, let's just go for it. Quick attack and a pour. Also, like, you know, with all the blade fragments, oh yeah, it's already lethal. With all the blade fragments, Zoe will have a pretty easy time leveling up. Like, again, guys, like, turn 5, because we have one more mana gem, and I already killed the boss. You see how going for aggro is pretty strong. Okay, spells linger, your spells cost 1 less, duelist, and the best defense. Attack raise my health to match my power. It could be interesting to buff even more our... because this is also granting, basically. I don't know if this is just give or grant, but in any case, like, now that we have also out of the way, this is permanent, basically. So, like, you know, we pretty much buff everything. Like, picks, not really, not there now, but like Navori Blade Scout. You know, and also, like, you can buff only the attack, which is something that we are doing already, and then you also have the health. So we are capitalizing on that. Duelist is very strong, of course, but like, we are elusives, so like, we don't have big bodies that you can challenge with to get value trades. So it's not the best option here. Spells Linger could be interesting. We have quite a lot of spells. Spells Linger is obviously very nice. But yeah, probably the best defense here, I like it most. Because, you know, as I said, you buff the attack and then you attack and you also gain the health, which is permanent. So Zoe, of course, Pickaxe, very, very strong here. You know, turn 1, deal 8 with also the copy. This is pretty nuts. Yeah. Foundry. So now we are drawing a lot. in this fight, it's probably worth it to keep 3 champions, 1 on the board and 2 to cycle at the end. So like in that case, our champion will be Zoe. And so yeah, we start with that Zoe. Let's search for another 1-drop. Spacey Sketcher. So yeah, let's start with Zoe. Clump of Worms. Let's go for Spacey Sketcher. Let's discard the Scale Snapper, probably not the best here. Serpent, yeah, very interesting. We already removed that. And wow, guys, like look at this. Like, turn 1 9 damage. Look at this crazy plays. Oh, and now yeah, also we have Zoe that suddenly grows to a 4/4. Yeah, guys, this is completely bonkers. Now you know, like we can go for Twin Disciplines. This becomes a 7/7 elusive, basically unremovable, and yeah. You could go for Lulu. I mean, we are taking 4 this turn if we go for Lulu. What else could we do? We may try to search for the Charger, for example, as a blocker. Serpent. Yeah, not the best picks. Then let's go for Moon Silver. And yeah, we take 4, but at least this turn we go for Lulu. This time is probably the first time that we level up Zoe. I mean, if you attack, yeah, we can just use the 1/1. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Now we could give elusive to Zoe. To Lulu, sorry.
You lost him again?
Ooh, get excited. So they do have some sort of removals. Then yeah, not a big deal, we just stuck with Zoe.
You name it, I'll nick it.
Okay, it's going pretty wide on board. So we may take a bit of damage here.
Fix me up with a new grabber, will you?
I just made you one.
I don't know what we should go for here. We could stun something. We could give something elusive as well. This is at burst, so like even if we get like Equinox, it's not so great. We could remove like the 4/3. The 4/2 would get in. And better move, I mean like either like Zoe's Sleepy Trouble Bubble. I don't really know here, guys. I guess let's just go for picks.
We don't have much, but it's enough. This way.
We really can take all this damage. This is elusive. So like I think we have to trade these here. There and there. We are taking 5. 5 is probably okay. But no more than that. This is only the first fight after the boss. Okay, now this is getting back to 4/4 next turn. And might as well like preemptively buff it between disciplines, which is something that I already wanted to do. At 1 man, I could have Mystic Shots, stuff like that, so let's just wait on that. But yeah, we can go for Spacey Sketcher instead. Silver again, or Equinox. Yeah, Equinox is nice because remove the elusive. Yeah, let's go for Equinox. And also it's cheap.
Zoe, I'm a serious artist now. I can Scrabble.
Okay, so now we could grow our Zoe into a very scary elusive attacker, and also she's leveling up. Ooh. Yeah, I was scared about some sort of removal. Then yeah, we have unfortunately to go for Twin Disciplines on health, even though these would have gained the health anyways. And also the Pix is dying. This could also change our approach. Like we could consider going for scale the Snapper. The 5-2, this becomes a 5-5 when we attack. And actually we can make it even bigger with the weapon yield. Yeah, let's go for the weapon yield. The summoned Poro, actually now with Zoe gives the keyword to everything, so let's see what we get. Daring Poro, the best. Wow, guys. This is crazy. 13. Right. Almost lethal. Behold the infinite, let's see what we get. And yeah, now this gives a life steal to everything as well as elusives. So let's go for the life. It's more important than the life steal here. Like, you know, the life steal makes it so that every fight you can use all of your 30 health, which is very important. Shady Charter. It would be nice to... I can stun it this turn. Or maybe we just go for the Golden Sisters, like lifesteal and elusive to everything. Seems pretty good already. Maybe you can just take the damage. This is dealing 9, but then next turn we are healing for way more. You know, the good thing about having elusive and lifesteal means that you just basically don't block at all. And that's it. You're healing anyways. Those give +2/+0, but then let's go for picks. You can grow the Zoe even more. I mean, he's obviously dead, like let's go for a big Zoe. Could have. Why did he do that? He could have at least transformed into the an elusive. I mean, he couldn't block anyways. Yeah, I see that. Like at least some lifesteal. It was still lethal, but like sometimes they make some pretty questionable plays. Okay, now we can go for Space's Catcher. With Challenger could be interesting. Even more Twin Disciplines. The Poro's Neck, we saw that it was interesting. Or another Yusari with Overwhelm. Like, imagine playing Yusari after Zoe has leveled up. Like, you give everything Overwhelm, Elusive, and Challenger. Like, completely crazy. But, like, again, this is pretty expensive. I would probably like more Space's Catcher. The Challenger on a 1-1 is not so great, but, you know, you can grow it. Invoking means that Zoe is leveling up very early. We could go for Twin Disciplines, which is, you know, gives us a bit more of reactiveness. Poro's Next is not bad. Zoe, what she says. I've seen you play, so like summoning a Poro doesn't count. I don't really know here. Species Catcher we are discarding. We could discard a super cool star chart. We're basically invoking for less. Yeah, I think let's go for this full-on aggro. And also, like, you know, especially from the for the next fight, killing your with one attack is actually important because you are removing the turrets. So, like, look at these as you know, we have a better chance against these specific opponent. Charger. Charger, like, this becomes a 4-4 with Overwhelm, so that's also kind of interesting. Could you go for this? This becomes a 3-3, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's get rid of the attacker. This becomes a 3-3 because it goes at 3 attack and 2 health, but then we have the best defense is offense, and so that's why. Okay, so now the 3-1, actually, yeah, I think this is getting in. We could next turn give something lifesteal, and we are basically good to go. Let's go for Severum. Probably on the charger. And we phase into Infernum because then we can give probably Overwhelm to the Spacey Catcher, which also will grow. Ooh, Thermogenic Beam. Yeah, that sucks. I was considering just attacking because this meant that it became a 4-4. But yeah, this becomes a 3-3. But still, let's trade the challenger. 2-2. Yeah, let's go for this. This becomes a 4-4 elusive. Okay, he's trading. I mean, we will have more chances of getting something with elusive with lifesteal. Probably the Navori Blade Scout.
Happy to do whatever's needed.
Let's do that now. I mean, again, he could go for Thermogenic Beam. But not at fast speed. But, like, you know what? To be safe, like, let's just see what happens. Oh, he passes? That's perfect. Because now we can go for Twin Disciplines, we attack, and only after. Ooh, we have also Zoe. Yeah, let's go for Zoe then. Like,
Which side was upside again? Whichever way the paint drip, Zoe.
first. True Shot Barrage. Oh, and also 1 damage there. 3-2. Yeah, guys, like, I mean, we are still definitely winning, but like we are not playing at our best potential. We are probably too greedy, but because otherwise we are very, very happy of what is happening. Let's also go for Young Witch. This will give quick attack to the challenger. Severum to then Infernum. Severum probably on Zoe. You know what? Because this already becomes a 5-5. No, a 4-4 after attacking. Severum probably better on. I don't really know, guys. Let's go for an Avoid Blade Scout because then, like, if we lose our lifesteal, at least we are not losing the Zoe, you know? And we get rid of that. This is crazy, by the way, guys. Okay, so now Zoe is only 2 out of 10. Oh, I thought I played many more cards. We are approaching lethal, by the way.
Who wants a taste of progress?
Let's go for super cool star chart. Let's see if we can get an Equinox. Don't see that. Control the Serpent to block the 8-4 and not take all that much damage. Like, even if we do, it's not a big deal. Yeah, then let's go for Lulu. Because we have lifesteal, you know. Do you remember the old art of Lulu? Like, they changed the art of a card which was not used in the first place anyways. I mean, we could go for this, because next turn we are winning, I guess. And we are healing for 5, which is the damage that we are taking now. And we have another Young Witch, by the way. Yeah, I think we are winning with Lulu. We buffed the young witch.
X makes perfect.
Give a quick attack to the other challenger,
That's new.
and we get rid of the Lucy, which is a blocker, and we get rid of the quick attack. And this should be winning, right? Yeah, well played. What, by the way, perfect lethal and perfect heal to full. Wow. Okay, and we are on to Victor now. Let's see our final reinforcement. Okay, picks with scout, but then it looks like very great, but like on paper you can only, since you have support, so like the only way you can get double the benefit of support is if you have double pixes, you know, and only one of them can be buffed by the other. But then again, like these, if you buff the picks, on the other hand, like that could be pretty crazy pretty soon. Also more spacey sketchers. But no, like I like the picks idea. Yeah, let's go for picks. Picks on steroids. Like yeah, we buff the picks, we give it to Lucy with the fake guide. Or even if we don't, like, it's pretty hard to... Let's search for 1-drops, like we are fully into 1-drops. Oh, guys. We start with Zoe? Or with Pigs? Let's go for Pigs. Okay, now ready, like, we can go for these. 0.3 damage, then we go for Zoe. Okay. I really like we're dealing 10 damage or more first turn. Like he's already at half the health amount, and it is only the first turn. He's basically already dead. That's crazy, guys. Next turn we are also going for Spacey Sketchers. They have Challenger, so like we remove whatever he's blocking with. Fake Guide on the pigs. Iterative improvement. See, I was thinking, I was considering if the pigs would have kept the stats. No, of course it doesn't. The serpent. Wow, guys.
Stop her playing catch with Zoe. I'm a serious artist now. I paid Sparkleplex.
I mean, do we really want to fake guide? Probably not. Let's search for the charger, for example. Moon Silver. Crash and Strike. Let's go for Moon Silver.
Stop her playing catch with Zoe. I'm a serious artist now. I paid Sparkleplex.
And here, let's go for maybe Infernum on Pix. Crescendum, what do we have to mana? I don't know. I didn't check that. Let's go for Infernum. That's crazy, guys. He's already dead, turn 3. Another Zoe. Not the best because this becomes the Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Crescendum or Calibrum. I mean, doesn't really matter because we're only getting one Moon Weapon. So it doesn't really matter, but for whatever reason, if we get the phased weapon, probably Crescendum. No, maybe Calibrum. We have a bit of removal going on. Yeah, guys, he's already dead. We can also stun whatever he summons.
What do I do? What don't I do?
That's crazy, guys. GG. Second attack, turn 3. Insane, guys. Like, if this is not aggro, I don't know what else is. Turn 2 win, like, most, like, I hear that most of players are having trouble with Love of Legends. Maybe I am too lucky, but, like, again, guys, really, this is my 4th run, and I won all 4 of them, and, like, are you seeing how easy almost it is? Like, maybe next run I'm losing very badly, but, like, really. By the way, congratulations, your run was successful. Since this was your first win with Lulu, your reward is on its way. Check on the home screen. Thank you. And yeah, let's go on home. We have more loots. Yeah, also the essence from the quest. 100 essence. And yeah, we see the Lulu icon, Reward of Legends. Heimerdinger sends your congratulations. Sends you congratulations on your victory and an icon to celebrate. Thank you, Heimerdinger. And so yeah, guys, that's it for this Love of Legends run with Lulu. So yeah, guys, that's it. If you enjoyed the video and want more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, turn on the notifications, otherwise YouTube won't notify you of my content. Also, enter my stream so that you can interact with me live, as well as entering the Discord server so that you can interact and stay in touch with this amazing community that we are building. All the links that I just said are down below in the pinned comment and in the description, as well as also Twitter and Instagram. So that's it for this video. Hope you liked it and find it useful, and as always, see ya!